In a bustling city, a young scribe named Yahya lived a life of quiet devotion. His hands crafted beautiful script, copying contracts and letters for wealthy merchants, but his heart felt heavy. I obey Allah. I pray, I avoid what is haram. He often wondered, so why does my life feel so empty? Each day he passed the grand homes of the rich, their tables full, their doors guarded. Then he'd return to his small, bare room where the nights were long and quiet. One evening, after a particularly hard day, Yahya raised his hands in prayer, his voice a whisper. "O Allah, I don't ask for wealth or status. I only ask you to let me feel that you are enough." That night, he dreamt he was lost in a vast desert. Alone, under a burning sun, he spotted a well in the distance. He ran, his body exhausted, only to find it completely dry. As panic set in, he fell to his knees. Then a voice, not loud but firm and gentle, spoke. "If the well gives water, you are grateful. If the well is dry, I am still Allah." Yahya woke up with tears streaming down his face. The dream didn't change his circumstances, but it began to change him. A few weeks later, disaster struck. A merchant falsely accused him of altering a document. Yahya was dismissed, his reputation ruined. Overnight, his only income was gone. Friends began to avoid him, doors closed in his face, and hunger became a constant companion. One night, with no food left in his room, Yahya prayed his Isha Salah and sat in the darkness. His stomach ached, his body felt weak. He whispered into the silence, "O Allah, you are still Allah." There was no miracle that night. No sudden knock on the door with a tray of food. No immediate relief, but a profound stillness settled in his heart. It felt steady. Days later, Yahya heard of an elderly scholar who needed help organizing his vast library. The pay was very small, barely enough to survive, but Yahya accepted the work without hesitation. As he sorted through ancient manuscripts, he noticed something about the old scholar. He owned almost nothing of material value, yet his face was a picture of serene peace. One afternoon, Yahya gathered his courage and asked, "Teacher, do you never fear poverty?" The scholar looked up from his book and smiled warmly. "Poverty? My son, poverty is not having little. Poverty is needing more than Allah." Those words struck Yahya's soul like lightning. It was the lesson his entire life had been preparing him to understand. He finally saw it clearly. True wealth wasn't in his purse, but in his reliance on his Lord. Years passed. Yahya never became a wealthy merchant. His name was never famous in the city. But people were drawn to him. They noticed a unique quality about him. When others panicked in times of crisis, Yahya was calm. When others complained about their struggles, Yahya was patient. He had a peace that money couldn't buy and poverty couldn't take away. On his deathbed, surrounded by a few loyal friends, one of them asked, "Yahya, you lived a hard life. Do you have any regrets?" Yahya, weak but with a gentle smile, replied, "I spent my life learning just one thing, that Allah was with me when I had absolutely nothing. And once you learn that, you are never afraid again. With the shader on his lips, he closed his eyes and returned to his Lord. This story reminds us that Allah may take away things from us, wealth, people, comfort, even our own plans. But He never takes away Himself. And when Allah is enough for you, nothing else is truly missing. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more reflections.